Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Wagon Wednesdays, I guess. Probably not going to call it that long. Call it that for that long. I don't really like the way it sounds now. Anyways, a little update for the SCX-10 Dodge Ram Power Wagon. Making the custom back here. This is my first attempt at it, and really my first major attempt at welding, and I'm by no means a professional. You could probably see it from there. It just looks terrible, but I have not cleaned it up yet either, which usually a good welder can just weld, hit it with a brush, and be done. No grinding, no nothing. Well, all I have is a little 110 wire welder. It's a little MIG 125 flux core. Just something I picked up for my dad a couple of years ago for Christmas, so he could use it, and I've used it more than he has. And I haven't got a chance to clean it up yet because I don't use the Dremel at night because it wakes up my son, and that's not what I want to do. So I try to keep it as quiet as possible. But yeah, I just finished this up tonight, Wednesday, I guess. I don't want to say finished. I got the fenders mounted. That was one of the big things with me, was the fenders. And the bed is not bad. There's not as much room as I was hoping, but I'm working with what I have. I may make another one later when I'm better at welding. Something that looks a whole lot better, that I have better machines to cut metal and other stuff like that. But so here's the back. I took 2 screws here. I cut the heads off of them and welded them, just kind of tack welded them on, and used the stock holes on the back of the body. I don't know how well. Let me move the camera here so I can see what I'm doing. Alright, there we go. That's better. Sorry. So you see the screw there and the hole here. I actually drilled it out. It's usually that size. Both holes, all 4 of them, are that size usually. I drilled it out just so it would go in and out easier for quick mounting. And it just slides right in on both sides. I don't really have, I got my thing in the way, but you can kind of see that there. It doesn't look bad. It actually looks pretty good. Now let me grab my SCX-10 right quick, and I can kind of show you what it looks like on there. I'm not going to screw it down. It's only held on with 3 small screws. I got them in my kit, or I got them in the kit when I got my my level 3 RC lift kit. It comes with some stainless screws with the nuts on them, and I just used 3 of those, and I used the stock screws to hold the lift kit on. Grab the SCX-10 here. Okay. Set the body there. Take this and kind of shimmy it on. I still gotta do a little bit of modification to get it to go on perfectly. There's that. Oop. Nope. There we go. Sorry the camera's so close. I am terrible at camera angles. Yeah, there we go. It's not entirely mounted yet, but there it is. You can see some of the welds look pretty crappy. And I need to get a stronger shock, or a set of stronger shocks. These aren't too bad, but they do have, I mean, I've got them, you can see there how much I've got them tightened. Well, There we go. You can see in there, there's the end of the spring where I've got the collar screwed down. And usually that gives you a pretty stiff ride, but it's still just sitting way down there. So there's that. It doesn't look bad. It actually looks pretty good. I'm going to make some bumpers. I'm going to do a little bit better of an attempt at that. As you can see, I welded here on the outside. And this is part of my welder. This is actually the worst of it when my welder started acting up. It was because the tip was getting clogged. And that's what she said. Yeah, the tip was getting clogged. So I took it apart and cleaned it. And haven't had any trouble since then. And it welded. It started welding better. But that's the worst of it. And I really wanted to try to prevent this. But this welder, even on its max voltage setting, will not completely fuse the steel together. Now this is 16 gauge steel, and this is just a little 125 MIG welder. So it's not like brazing or using a stick welder, which I would prefer if I knew how to use one in the first place. But like here's a good spot. You can see that line there where these two pieces are mounted, which is the main part of the fender, and just this add-on here at the bottom. These pieces are actually the pieces that I cut out from here, and all I did was I notched them on the corners where I needed them to bend, and just bent them that way. I did it with my vise and a hacksaw because I didn't want to use the Dremel. It's too loud, especially with the bits that the discs that I'm using. It looks pretty good from the back. Like I said, it's really, really, really wide. I don't really like that. But I needed it to be to where if I lifted, to where if it came up, and it actually stops right there just before it, like it's like a millimeter away from the fender. But if it rubs, it rubs. It's not a big deal. Kind of get it around to the other side. Set the body back on there. Like I said, I'm still working on it. It's a work in progress. It is only held on by 2 body clips, which is the original 2 here. And you can see there how it kind of fits together. There we go. You can kind of see there how it fits together. See the screw right there. But it doesn't look bad. I like it. It's my first one. You can bitch and moan however much you want to. You know, it doesn't matter. This is what I built for me. I'm not going to build them for anybody else. I know nobody's going to ask. But I'm not going to build them for anybody else because of how bad of a job it is. Because I don't want to claim to be perfect and great at all this, and it's turned out like this. But I did make... Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. I started on the rear bumper, and I used some of this round steel. Let's see if I have another piece around here. I know I do. Here's what's left of the first rod. That was all of that, this, and a couple of maybe a total of 1 inch to 2 inches. I think it was maybe a total of 1 inch of excess that was cut off. I'm going to take this one and just go kind of right there with it. And I'm going to put a piece of this 16 gauge steel on it. And just make it, just make it look good. I need a bumper on there and something that's going to be on there. I'll probably use some more steel to go from the corner there, kind of somewhere back in there maybe. I don't know. I gotta watch my suspension travel and all that and how I do it. But yeah, let's put the camera back in its proper spot. I say proper like this is where it belongs. I just wanted to do that for you right quick. Another couple of upgrades I've done. I've got the Integy light bar. Not a big fan of Integy, but it works. I like the way it looks. I did change out the LEDs. The white ones that came in it were had a slight blue tint to them, and I didn't like that. Excuse me, and they weren't very bright. But so I went ahead and changed them, and now they're okay. I'll probably find a different kind of light to use. May end up switching to an LED light bar, like one of the Rigid Industries bars, maybe. But we'll see. Maybe one from RC 4-wheel drive or some of the Vanquish Q series pods. And then also, just pull the body back up for now. I got new links for the front. This is Integy also. Once again, not a big fan of Integy, but they have held up pretty well. I really like them. My front axle seems a little loose. That's strange. Anyways, so there's that. I needed something that was a lot stronger. The old one, the stock one, just bends way too much for being a steering link. So I didn't like it. I wanted something better, something that didn't have so much give when I was in rocks. So I got that. I got something else too. What was it? It was STRC. What were they? C-hubs. I got the STRC black C-hubs. You probably can't see them very well, if you can even see the truck at all. Yeah, you can see. But I got the STRC black C-hubs for the SCX-10. The Integy links came with knuckles. They came with green anodized knuckles. I will be changing all this to red eventually. It's just what my local hobby store, Coleman RC Hobbies, had on hand. But I will be doing red upgrades to this because it's the Dodge Ram and it's red. So I'm going to be doing some red upgrades. I'd like to find, if anybody knows where I can find red aluminum axles, let me know. Or axle housings, I should say. Let me know because I really want a set. That would just set off so much red. And speaking of red, let me turn my transmitter on here. And there we go. Yeah, you can see that. I got those lights there. Camera up a little bit. There we go. I got some LED lights, and they have several modes. We'll just say this is the first mode, second mode, third mode, fourth mode, kind of backwards. And some of these do reverse, which is kind of cheating. Fifth mode, sixth mode, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. So it's got like 17 or 18 modes. I don't remember. My controller go. There it is. Yeah, so it's got 17 different modes. Sorry if that's a little bright. I'll pull it back down. But yeah, I got them at Advance Auto Parts. I go there for all of my automotive stuff. Anything I need for cars, my cars, parents' cars, wife's car, van, and you know, whatever I need. I get a lot of my other stuff there. Like I get my electrical tapes. Sometimes I get my Gorilla Tape and my glue when they have it on hand. All my zip ties. That's where I got this little set of bits for working on my RCs. And just other various things I need for my RCs, I get it there. That's not the only place I get them, but that's where I got these lights. They were about $30 to $40, but it was just figure out your wiring, which is not hard. It does come in the package where you can test it out before you buy it. Comes with 4 9-volt batteries that are mounted up to it. I just keep these for testing, but it's positive and negative, and it goes to 2 switches, 3 switches. 2 switches. The momentary switch and your main switch here. And the wiring's kind of confusing, but when you figure it out, just put it all in your Dean's plug. Well, I put it on my Dean's plug, so that way I could quickly, well, pull that heat shrink off. So that way I could just unhook it if I have to, or just unhook it there. I did that because I already had this secondary plug out because it's a Y cable, and I had already had this made up, so I just figured I'd use it and put a Dean's plug on it. And then it does hold memory, so you don't have to worry about that. So there we go. There we go. So sorry for the crappy video this week, guys. If you did somehow oddly enough like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more updates of my SCX-10 and my other RC cars, and ongoing projects, and every now and then I do post videos of what's going on in my life, but it's been a while since I've had one of those. Hit the subscribe button. If you don't like it, hit the dislike button. Go ahead. I dare you. I'm kidding. If you want to hit it, go ahead and hit it. So, thanks for stopping by, guys. I appreciate y'all watching my videos. Give me the views. And I guess we'll catch you on the next video. See ya.